It was Aristotle who said, "The soul never thinks without a picture." I've had a picture in my mind. It's a picture of Alliance Northwest churches on fire. On fire with a presence-driven, spirit-empowered vibrancy that impacts the church as well as the community. It's a fire that's actually connected to a backstory of who we are as a movement in our very launch. Our earliest leaders believed that the deeper the Spirit of Jesus went into somebody, the more powerfully the ministry of Jesus flowed through them. It's that vision that propelled the Alliance in its earliest days to catapult international workers across the globe and cause Alliance branches, what we now call churches, to spread like wildfire across the continental U.S. That picture stands in stark contrast to what people are saying about the church today. Even our own denomination is saying that 70% of Alliance churches across the U.S. are now plateaued and declining. How do you go from a place of plateau and decline, or recline and decline, to a church on fire? Well, I believe going back to our core conviction of the deeper life being embraced by the church and allowing that deeper life to empower us to do ministry in the power of the Spirit in the places He's planted us could be the very thing that takes us into our future together. A dream is just a dream until you put legs on it so that we can go from here to there. And we've been blessed because the Lilly Endowment has generously given us a grant to implement what we believe is a revitalization pathway the Spirit has offered us. It's 4 steps on this pathway that lead us into the future together. The on-ramp begins with PEAK. PEAK stands for Prepare to Expect the Advance of the Kingdom. It's a 8 coaching session experience that churches get to take part in that is super practical in helping the church refine its own mission and ministry and transform life within the church, as well as play a part in the transformation of their community. Mel Yamasee, a lead elder from Canby Alliance Church, recently said this about his experience as he went through PEAK. He said, "This is probably one of the best programs we could have done to learn more about who we are and who our community is, how we can best serve our community, and how we can have the greatest impact on our community." The PEAK process has allowed us to rediscover who we are as a church. This process has created within our church an expected enthusiasm and has caused members to become more engaged in the ministry of the church in an amazing and transformative way. We have more people becoming members, taking on leadership roles, and wanting to be more intentionally engaging in our community. It has been amazing. So the second stop on the revitalization pathway is the Deeper Life Academy, which is a 2-year experience, 2 weeks, once a year, for an experience of learning how to be discipled in the ways of Jesus. Paul in 1 Corinthians 4:20 says that the kingdom of God is not a matter of talk, it's a matter of power. Yet so much of our discipleship is directed at teaching us how to talk, and we need to be rediscipled in how to move in kingdom power. And then third, there's the Innovative Mission Symposium. The Innovative Mission Symposium is a practical experience that teaches church leaders how to innovatively think about impacting their city, understanding who their church is and understanding who their community is, and recognizing the pain in their city and the opportunity for their church to be a healer. And lastly, it's a pilgrimage to New York City, the birthplace of our movement. It's going back to that beginning place to understand the context and learn from our earliest founders and leaders about how we can come full circle in who we are as a movement. This revitalization pathway is a strategic step in the restoration and, frankly, the development of a picture of the church on fire. Imagine now. Imagine churches in the Alliance Northwest being revitalized by the Spirit of God, and once again, this fire of the Spirit transforming us and transforming the community through us by God's grace.